The Kerala backwaters shimmered, emerald green and serene. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the waters transformed into a mirror, reflecting the vibrant hues of the sky. The gentle ripples created a mesmerizing dance of light and shadow, captivating anyone who gazed upon it. But beneath the surface, darkness lurked. The undergrowth, thick and tangled, seemed to hide secrets of its own. The water, though calm on the surface, held an eerie stillness that hinted at the unknown depths below. Ancient stories whispered of vengeful spirits and haunted places. The old abandoned houses along the backwaters stood as silent witnesses to the past, their walls echoing with tales of sorrow and loss. Villagers spoke in hushed tones about the spirits that roamed these waters, seeking closure for their untold stories. These tales were passed down through generations. Around flickering fires and dim candlelight, elders recounted the legends to wide-eyed children, ensuring that the memories of the past lived on. Each story, filled with mystery and intrigue, was a thread in the rich tapestry of Kerala's history. They spoke of restless souls seeking solace, or perhaps revenge. The ghostly figures that appeared by the water's edge were said to be the spirits of those who met untimely ends, their souls trapped between worlds, yearning for peace or retribution. The air hung heavy with humidity and the scent of unknown blossoms. The dense forest surrounding the backwaters was alive with the fragrance of tropical flowers, their sweet scent mingling with the earthy aroma of the wet soil. The mist that clung to the trees added an ethereal quality to the landscape. The silence was broken only by the chirping of crickets. Their rhythmic song was a constant companion in the night, a reminder of the life that thrived in the shadows. The cricket's chorus created a symphony that was both soothing and haunting, and the rustle of leaves in the humid breeze. The gentle movement of the foliage, stirred by an unseen force, added to the sense of mystery that enveloped the backwaters. Each rustle seemed to carry a whisper from the past, a secret waiting to be uncovered. It was a place of beauty. The lush green landscape, bathed in the soft light of dawn, was a sight to behold. The tranquility of the backwaters, with their serene beauty, offered a stark contrast to the tales of mystery and intrigue that surrounded them, but also of palpable mystery. The mist that rose from the waters in the early morning light gave the landscape an otherworldly glow. In the distance, shadowy figures moved silently, their presence adding to the enigma of the backwaters. It was a place where beauty and mystery coexisted, each enhancing the allure of the other. The Nair family had returned to their ancestral home, a sprawling once grand mansion that had seen better days. The walls, once vibrant with life and laughter, now stood silent and forlorn, bearing the weight of countless untold stories. It stood on the edge of the backwaters, shrouded in overgrown vines that seemed to whisper secrets of the past. The waters, calm yet mysterious, mirrored the mansion's faded grandeur, creating an eerie, almost haunting reflection. The house had been empty for years, its rooms echoing with the silence of abandonment. Each step the family took stirred up clouds of dust, as if the house itself was awakening from a long slumber. Its silence was heavy with the weight of the past, a stillness that seemed almost tangible. The air was thick with memories, each corner holding a fragment of the lives that once filled these halls. As they crossed the threshold, a chill ran down their spines. It was as if the house itself was greeting them, its cold embrace a stark reminder of the years it had stood alone. The air inside was stale and cold, carrying with it the scent of time long past. It was a cold that seeped into their bones, making them shiver despite the warmth of the day outside. The musty odor of decay filled their nostrils, a pungent reminder of the house's long abandonment. It was a smell that spoke of rot and ruin, of things left to wither away in the dark. An uneasy feeling settled upon them, a sense of dread that was hard to shake off. It was as if the house was watching them, its unseen eyes following their every move. A sense of being watched. They were not alone. The shadows seemed to move, and the walls seemed to whisper. The Nair family had returned, but the house had never truly been empty. It held onto its secrets, waiting for the right moment to reveal them. The first night was the worst. A storm raged outside. Rain lashed against the windows. The wind howled like a banshee. Inside, the family huddled together. Fear gnawed at their courage. Then they heard it. A whisper, soft at first, then growing louder. It seemed to come from the walls themselves. The family froze. Their blood ran cold. The whispering grew more insistent. It was a language they couldn't understand, but its message was clear. Get out! The next morning, they asked the locals about the whispers. The villagers were hesitant to speak. Their eyes darted nervously. Finally, an old woman spoke. Her voice trembled. She told them of the Yakshi. A vengeful spirit, she said, beautiful but deadly. The Yakshi, she explained, haunted the coconut groves. She lured men to their deaths. Her whispers were a siren's call. The family listened, torn between skepticism and dread. Could the legends be true? Section 5. The shadows deepen. A presence makes itself known. In the heart of the old house, shadows seem to move on their own, whispering secrets to those who dared to listen. The whispers continued each night, growing louder, more insistent. They seemed to come from the walls themselves, as if the house was alive and trying to communicate. The family tried to ignore it at first, thinking it was just their imagination. Then, other things began to happen. The air grew colder, and an unsettling stillness settled over the house. It was as if the very atmosphere was charged with an unseen energy, waiting to reveal itself. Objects moved on their own. Books flew off shelves, chairs slid across the floor, and lights flickered without warning. The family was terrified, unsure of what was causing these disturbances. Doors creaked open and slammed shut. It was as if an invisible force was making its presence known, demanding to be acknowledged. The family could no longer deny that something was terribly wrong. Footsteps echoed in the hallway. They were slow and deliberate, as if someone was pacing back and forth, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. The sound sent chills down their spines, but no one was there. The family searched the house, but they found no one. The footsteps continued, growing louder each night until they could no longer sleep. One night, the youngest daughter Maya saw her. She had been lying in bed trying to sleep when she felt a cold breeze brush against her face. She opened her eyes and saw a figure standing at the foot of her bed, a woman in a white sari. Her long black hair obscured her face, and she seemed to be floating above the ground. Maya was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or scream. She stood at the foot of Maya's bed, her long black hair obscuring her face. Maya screamed. The apparition vanished, but the terror lingered. The family knew they had to do something to rid their home of this malevolent presence. They sought help from a local priest, hoping to cleanse their home and bring peace back to their lives. Section 6. Fleeing the darkness. A desperate escape. The family decided to leave. They packed their bags in a frenzy. They couldn't get out of the house fast enough. As they drove away, they could see her, the woman in white, standing on the veranda, watching them go. They thought they had escaped. They were wrong. The house had other plans. It wasn't finished with them yet. Section 7. Trapped, the terror of recognition. Their car broke down, stranded on a deserted road, miles from anywhere. The storm returned with a vengeance. Rain lashed down, blinding them. They were trapped. And then they saw it. The house. It loomed out of the mist, closer than they thought. They had been led back to the heart of the darkness. Section 8. The Revelation. A pact with the unknown. They ran back to the house, seeking shelter from the storm and from the terror that stalked them. As they huddled in the living room, the old woman from the village appeared. She had been expecting them. She told them the truth. The house, she said, was bound to the Yakshi. A pact had been made generations ago, a life for a life, and now the debt was due. Section 9. The lingering dread forever haunted. The family never escaped. The house claimed them, just like it had claimed countless others before. Some say their screams can still be heard, whispering on the wind, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface. In the heart of the Kerala backwaters, the house still stands, a silent sentinel, a testament to the power of ancient pacts and the restless spirits that haunt the backwaters of Kerala forever.